I'm Cindy Eddinghoff, the CEO and General Counsel for Memphis Area Legal Services, and we'd like to welcome you tonight to our virtual dinner. This particular dinner serves as the kickoff for MALS Campaign for Equal Justice. We are delighted to have the Babango family serve as our chairs for the Campaign for Equal Justice. They have long supported MALS, and we are delighted to have a second generation now joining them in that support.
I'm supporting Memphis Area Legal Services because I think it's important for the younger generation of attorneys to invest in the Memphis community, provide equal access to justice, and help MALS provide access to legal representation and legal advice to people who ordinarily wouldn't be able to get it.
John and I have been supporters of MALS for many years, and we're very excited about the opportunity to get our daughter involved with MALS as well, and hope that the next generation will continue their support of MALS and see the importance to our community.
Well, special events like Dining for Justice is important because it provides people the awareness that, hey, we can participate, we can buy a dinner, we can contribute money, and that money goes to MALS. And so it's one of awareness, and it's one of raising money for MALS. And so it's a wonderful event. People can contribute, buy a meal, get a bottle of wine, and invite friends over and do the same thing and have an evening to support MALS, but have a good time with the friends that they choose to invite over to their house.
I'm so glad that Kelly English is working with us on this virtual dinner. I think it's great as Memphians we can all come together to support our community and support MALS.
Yeah, Memphis is one of the most generous communities in the country, and the reason why is because of each of you. Memphians always support great causes. MALS is a great cause to support. We hope you join us once again in making a difference to make MALS the organization that we need it to be to help all of our citizens in our community. Have fun tonight, enjoy the dinner, enjoy the bottle of wine, and we look forward to seeing you soon.
Hi y'all, my name's Kelly English. Welcome to my kitchen here at Restaurant Irish in the second line, or Ponta in the second line. I can't even keep up with what's going on here and when. We're excited to be here with MALS, one of the most underappreciated resources our city has for some of the least protected citizens that we have here in the city. Very important, and I'm flattered to be able to be here with you. Now I'm going to show you how to make our version of barbecued shrimp, sort of. So what you have in front of you, you should have some shrimp. Everybody got a bag. I know you got a bag because you're here with us. You got the instructions on to be here with us. You've got a little bit of our shrimp sauce, the barbecue sauce. It's already got the cream in it. I've got some pepper. You are going to need some of your own pepper tonight. And I've got some sliced lemons. You each got a lemon in your bag. I've got my loaf of bread in the oven already, and I've got a skillet on hot. Okay, so the first thing you need to know about barbecued shrimp, the basic recipe, the thing that everybody goes to New Orleans for, is the basic recipe is too many shrimp, too much pepper, too much butter, too much Worcestershire, and too much lemon. As long as you have too much of all of those things, it's gonna be fantastic. So the first thing we're gonna start with, I'm just gonna put just a little bit of butter here in this hot pan, okay? I'm gonna take my shrimp here, I'm gonna put them in the pan, and when I say a stupid amount of pepper, I'm not kidding, okay? So I'm gonna get that back on the stove. I'm gonna give it a little flip here. We're gonna saute those up. No salt. You got plenty of salt in the ingredients of the barbecue sauce. Now, in our barbecue sauce, which is right here, we have Worcestershire, oyster liquor, we have cloves, we have lemon juice, we have bay leaves, we have Creole seasoning, we have a lot of pepper in there too. What we're gonna do is we're gonna cook our shrimp about a quarter of the way through. So really you just wanna sear it on both sides. And then we're gonna take some of our barbecue sauce here that already has the cream in it, okay? And we're just gonna put a little bit of that in there. Yes, it's gonna boil. And that's okay. All of that heat that's coming back up through this sauce is gonna finish these shrimp all the way through. And don't forget, barbecued shrimp, the shrimp are just the vehicle for the sauce. Sauce is where it's at. So we are just going to let that come up to a boil. While that's happening, we're gonna take a little bit, couple knobs of unsalted butter. Everybody got some unsalted butter in their package too. I'm just gonna throw a few of them in there. what we're doing is called mounting with butter, okay? So you want to keep it moving. It's what's going to thicken things up. This was actually when the Puritans ruled the colonies. This was called French trickery and was illegal. Puritans did not like to have fun, and they thought that it was a sin to make things taste better by adding butter. I'm glad I'm not a Puritan. So we're just going to keep stirring this up. And if you can see in this pan right here, what you're looking for is the bubbles to kind of get slower, okay? I've got my stove on all the way right here. We're going to let it get pretty dark. We're going to let that calm down, reduce a little bit, as we would say in the kitchen. Yes. Just swirl it around. You can still see little speck of butter in there. If your butter was more room temperature than mine, this might be a little bit quicker process. But there's no right or wrong which way you want to do it. If you're working in a restaurant, you want room temperature butter because everybody's ready for their food at every certain time. You'll get a little bit of a creamier response if you start with cold butter though. All right, you can see what I'm talking about. We have more bubbles. They're moving a little bit more slowly. I am just going to keep stirring this until we're starting to regain some of our original, even a little bit darker of a sauce here. It should look like muddy water there, okay? We are done here. So I've got just a little bit of a bowl right there. We're gonna put our shrimp just like that. And then I'm gonna get right here into our oven. Always sauce, always shrimp, always bread. And remember, the shrimp is just the vehicle for the sauce. Support MALS. Enjoy your dinner tonight. The rest of your instructions for your entrees are on the sheet, very easy. Thanks for joining us. Come see us in person. Keep supporting MALS. Well, hello.
Hey, how are y'all doing?
Welcome to the wine pairing portion of this MALS fundraiser. I'm excited to be here. Cisco and I work on these things together a lot. And when we started planning this menu, Cisco got his gears going. And what you got?
Well, we got a couple awesome bottles to go with the courses you've put together for us tonight. They're very unique wines that you won't find every day by two incredible importers and two very small producers. So for the first course, we have a Chenin Blanc from Anjou. It is from Mary Taylor. She is a negociant / importer who is very big on small producers such as Pascal Bioteau and on the consumer on the end of everything. So she tells you stuff like Anjou Blanc 2020, Mary Taylor, Pascal Bioteau. Then on the back tells you 100% Chenin Blanc, that's the grape. Gives you a brief summary and even the small little region.
You don't always get that out of France. You know, they a lot of times they don't like to really tell you what's going on. They want you to know what the label means. That's a great help.
It's kind of like they're hiding it from you.
Yeah.
Like you really have to know stuff to be into it. But yeah, she does a ton to put it out in front of you so you can really get into it. So
I think that's going to go great with the barbecued shrimp. Now, how was this fermented? Did this see wood or?
No oak at all, which is great for
Barbecued
shrimp.
Lots of pepper.
Yep.
Yeah.
So the Chenin Blanc in Loire Valley from Anjou has a little bit of sweetness to it. Don't be scared of sweetness. It is perfect for food pairing. And this is going to be awesome with the shrimp, which they eat a ton, but they don't always have Kelly's barbecue shrimp. With that little bit of gravy that you do on it, the barbecue sauce is more like gravy. That pepper part that you're talking about will go perfect with the acidity and sweetness in this wine.
Yeah, sometimes with you want to avoid oak and smoke or oak and spice, right? So I think that's going to be awesome together.
Yeah, that's
all the cloves and the black pepper and the Worcestershire sauce, and then you get that creamy butteriness with just loads, like stupid amount of black pepper in that dish. So that's exciting.
Yeah, and one of the coolest things is Mary Taylor. The company is run by Mary Taylor and two other women in Connecticut. They do the whole dang thing. Yep. Another cool thing, my wife, also a powerful woman who's an attorney, is someone who, after we film this, I'll be telling her, make sure to make a MALS donation this year because this is the only fundraiser that they have going on this year. So. Well,
it's great. I'm excited to be a part. You know, they do great work. They are an an under yelled about part of our community.
Yep.
They service so many people that would be really in a different place if they weren't around.
No doubt.
For sure.
No doubt.
So what do we have coming up on our second course?
So something even more important from Piedmont. So people know Barolo, Barbaresco, the big powerful wines that you have for extra special occasions, but not everybody knows that Barbera is the everyday wine that you're drinking in northern Italy, where this is from. So Fuso, Vino Rosso, is made to be the everyday wine, Vini quotidiani. It means your everyday wine. It's like kind of like, you know, a growler jug, right? Okay. So in Italy, instead of a growler, you have the demijohn, which is like a 5-liter version of a growler. And you come over to my place and you're like, Cisco, I need some of that juice you got. And I'm like, I've got it and it's really good today. Fill you up, you go home, the whole family drinks that. That's the idea with Fuso wines.
You know, it's kind of like in some of the co-ops in France, like you can go fill up your bottle and they'll have a green top or red top, depending on if it's Vinditab or Vindipais, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so a little bit tannic, you said?
It's got a little bit of tannin, it's got sharp acidity, and it's got some kind of blue fruit that goes in there, blue and red fruit.
Yeah, I think that's going to go great with both. People have a choice tonight between having a pork loin roasted over ratatouille, and I couldn't think of a better wine pairing for that.
Yeah.
With a little bit of pea stew on top of it, or one of my favorite dishes, crawfish etouffee. And I think, you know, when you think of seafood, you immediately think white wine. That's not always true. And I think that you're matching intensities really well with this wine and crawfish etouffee.
Thank you, Chef. I think that the pork loin can't be underestimated because that is an amazing dish that I've had multiple times, and my mouth is watering right now thinking about pairing these two together.
And then to finish it off, we're going to have a cinnamon pot de creme with some sugar cookies. I think we've got some great pairings from Joe's. We got some great food from our team, and we really appreciate being able to help support MALS and y'all supporting us at the same time. You know, this has been a tough year on small business, just like it has been on nonprofits. And I think that one of the things that we've really learned this year is how to work together to truly raise money in a sustainable way. And I know that I'm thrilled, I'm speaking for Cisco, we are thrilled to partner with MALS to achieve all of that.